These are my actual favorite beaches. If someone has a hat that they put a drink on, you don't show them this video. Or these beaches. Deal? Thanks for watching. The way that my clients find me is here on YouTube, so if you like what you see, please subscribe, and even more importantly, hit that like button, the algorithm, what my robot overlords demand of me. And if you're trying to buy real estate in the Kootenays right now, give me a call or give me a text and let's see if I can help. It's what I love to do. This is Kinnaird. It used to be its own town until people realized it was silly to buy two of everything when you could just share. They actually teach that in there. It's Kinnaird Elementary. It's one of two elementary schools in Castlegar that goes from kindergarten to grade 7. I think they start the sharing stuff in kindergarten. I only bring it up because there's a number of communities around Castlegar that should be amalgamated in. Like Ootischenia, you can check out my video about that here. Robson, Raspberry, Brilliant, Fairview, I could go on. It's gonna take them a while to come together though. Sharing is hard. That's why they teach it every year. There is a time between the middle of August and the middle of September where there exists a balance between the furnace of the West Kootenay sun and the snow juice that fills these rivers. And it's indescribable. Can't be described. So I'm not going to try, I'm just going to tell you where to go if you want that kind of thing to happen to you. My 5 favorite West Kootenay river beaches. Now, it's the fastest growing community in the West Kootenays. In the past 2 years, prices have ranged all the way from just under $1 million all the way down to $211K. So there really is something for almost any budget. And because it's in the middle of everything, it's an awesome place to live for people who work anywhere in the West Kootenays. And this bridge behind me that connects Ootischenia to Kinnaird is actually the only North American project by renowned Italian architect Roberto Morandi. He also did this one in Genoa. This one's good though. First things first, I ain't talking about lake beaches up in this beach, which is to say lake beaches be boring, boo. It's river beaches be bitchin'. Let me explain. This is not Kootenay Lake. This is Kootenay Lake. So why do they call this Lakeside Park? I don't know. It's not on my list anyway. And there's nothing wrong with Lakeside Beach. It's just obvious. However, if you do like sandy, busy beaches, you want to check out Tagum Beach Regional Park. It's got good parking, great sun, bathrooms. It rarely gets stupid busy. You cannot, however, bring dogs. So dog people, these next two are for you. Nelson has the best dog park in BC. Full stop, fight me. And the reason is that it encompasses some of Nelson's best waterfront. I don't know why, but there's these 3 amazing beaches, but don't swim in the water. If you want to swim with your dogs like a normal person, Slocan Pools is a series of increasingly private little gravel beaches on the Kootenay River. Is this beach below a dam and subject to sudden, possibly fatal torrents of water? Yes. There's always parking, though. It also contains an awesome demonstration forest. And there's a 3K trailhead. You run there, 3 loops is 10K, and then down into the Kootenay River in the summertime. It's amazing. I love that place. Kinnaird has a lot of stuff. To be fair, it has almost all of it. Let's start with recreation. Lower Kinnaird has the rec center. That is the arena where the Castlegar Rebels play. Plus, there's a community center and a swimming pool. And there's a skate park. I
I cannot tell you how many times I got in trouble for having a skateboard anywhere near a rec center when I was a kid.
You can't skateboard here. You can't dig in people's cars. You can't dig in their garbage or do anything.
What are you talking about?
Listen to me.
Stunting, the tickets would say.
Then in Upper Kinnaird, you know what else Kinnaird has? The Kinnaird Bluffs. People come from all over to fall off of those.
And then there's monster bike trails like Mary Creek. People come from all over to smash into those trees.
On the east side, or in Lower Kinnaird, you have these fantastic unobstructed views of the Columbia River. I think this little riverfront community is one of the most undervalued in all of BC. There's never been a house here that sold for more than $800K. This house recently sold for $765,000. $765,000. Look. What if your budget isn't $750,000? What if it's only $250,000? Last year in Castlegar, that would have bought you this house with $35,000 left over for the many renovations it needs. Since we're talking about gravel beaches, this is another one of my favorites, Crescent Beach in Crescent Valley. These guys built a sawmill here, then sold it and used the money to start professional hockey in Western Canada. And this is where they lived in Nelson. They were basically hockey royalty. In this house, the decision was taken to sell that sawmill and start the Pacific Western Hockey League, which is the league that gave us the blue line, it gave us the crease, it gave us the forward pass. Right there, that house. Why am I talking about hockey in a beach video? Crescent Beach, it is a gravel river beach. My favorite thing about it is that feature there. It's a bay. Because it's shallow, it might look like a ditch, which it is, kind of. And what might be a ditch to you is the place where all three of my children have learned how to swim. In that ditch. In that ditch. What's my favorite river beach? I gotta say Shore Acres, on account of the Shore Acres float. Not to be confused with the Slocan River float, wherein people take a flotation device, put it in the water around the old Passmore Bridge, and then spend the next 4 hours completely replacing the contents of their body with locally produced liquor and much needed vitamin D. No, the Shore Acres float. No, the Shore Acres float is accomplished by dropping into the Slocan River just below Highway 3A and just letting it take you down the Kootenay River. It helps if you're fat. It is for this reason I will always have a towel and a swimsuit in my car. And the worst toilet west of Winnipeg. ChatGPT just totally lied to me. It tried to convince me that Gary Busey lived in Kinnaird.
No. The reason I'm still alive is because I wear an invisible helmet.
It made up links. Wow.